Hi everybody, I'm Pastor Lon and I'm here today to talk to you about what you can expect from the in-person service that's coming up June 7th. I just want to answer your questions and make everybody feel a little more confident as to what's going to happen when they come back. And so to help me do that, I've asked Colleen to come here and just ask me questions. Hi Colleen.
Hello.
Are you excited to be on camera?
Sure.
Yeah. All right, so also what you do is anything that pops up that I might not have thought of, just answer the questions and say, hey, what about this, what about that? And we'll try to answer everybody's questions before they come.
Sounds great.
All right, where do you want to start?
Out in the parking lot. That's where I arrive.
We might as well start at the farthest place, right? So in the parking lot, we're going to ask everybody to just park like normal. And so park your car wherever you would normally park. What we're just asking is that you please don't congregate together out there and make people feel uncomfortable, social distance from people as they're parking. If you're new to the House of Praise, you can't see it from here, but on this side of the building, as you come in, you bear to your right, there's where the handicap parking is, and you'll be able to see right out there by that beautiful truck, there is a guest parking section. All right, so
no tailgating.
yeah, no tailgate parties. Oh, no tailgating, no tailgate parties.
Okay.
Other than that, it's just park normally, but you know, let's not make anybody else uncomfortable. Don't run up to the car and be like, "What are you doing in there?" You know. All right.
Well, we're here in the lobby.
Here in the lobby.
What about our ushers and guest greeters?
Oh, that's a great question. So when you walk into the lobby, you'll be greeted as normal. We'll have less greeters than we normally would, but the greeters will all be wearing masks and gloves for your protection. Yay! And what you see is we're going to have a gift bag for everyone. I'll take that. Thank you. Now, obviously, I'm not doing it. He was wearing his gloves and mask, but...
Right.
So this is going to be given to everybody that comes back. What we want to do is give you a free book from Joel Osteen. There's always candy. Your sermon notes will be inside here. These sermon notes will be folded by someone wearing gloves. They'll for your protection. And the pens will be sanitized, will be in there. So you'll have all of this. I'm just going to leave all that with you. All of that will be handed to you by a person wearing gloves and wearing masks, so you can feel confident that you haven't been exposed to anything. And so we're trying to go above and beyond to say thank you by giving you a bag, but also your sermon notes will be in it, your pen will be in it, an offering envelope will be in it, along with the gifts, and all of that stuff is handled with gloves on. All right, so that's what you get when you come in.
Perfect. Do we have hand sanitizer stations?
Of course, that's a great question. So we'll let Pastor Bill pan around this, the lobby here. So you'll see there'll be two sanitizer stations. They'll look a little different than this, but we wanted to put that out there to show you what's going on. One on each side, one over here, one over by the restroom. And obviously we're encouraging people to sanitize and make sure that they're being cautious. All of this is, you know, if you get nothing else out of this video, all of this is to say to you, listen, we're sanitizing everything. We're putting up sanitizer stations. The greeters are wearing gloves and masks. Like, we're trying to make you feel comfortable should you choose to come back.
In between services, we're sanitizing as well?
As well, yes. We're in between services. We're going to sanitize the bathrooms,
Handles?
chair,
folders?
everything, all the door handles, everything we can.
Perfect. I have to go to the bathroom, so can we show what we're going to do there?
Ew, okay. Sure, let's walk towards the bathroom. So Colleen, I'm going to ask you to stand right there. So if you see where Colleen is standing, she's going to be modeling as the attendant today. So what we're going to have somebody standing there Sunday to monitor the bathrooms. What? This sounds creepy. It's not creepy. What it is we're going to count, and when there's 3 people in there, we're going to ask people to wait. So 3 people allowed in the restrooms at a time, so that again, we can practice social distancing and not make anybody feel uncomfortable. And as we said, the bathrooms are being sanitized for your protection. So you're probably thinking, what happens if there's more than 3 people? If there's more than 3 people, we'll have spaces marked on the floor here, and you'll wait out here. So if there's 3 people in the men's room right now, Colleen would say, would you please wait for a minute? I'm going to stand out here. If there's more people, we'll have social distancing spaces marked, and we can wait in the hallway like this until it's time to go in.
It's a good show.
Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Good.
But now I need my caffeine.
Caffeine.
Cafe?
Okay, cafe. walk with me. So, Colleen, what's different about the cafe besides the echo?
Lack of tables and chairs.
We took all the tables and chairs out because, again, we're not going to be congregating and sitting together and hanging out, but you can get your coffee, and we'll have some prepackaged food, this kind of stuff, and other things so that you know you're not being exposed. Everything is prepackaged. And Pastor Bill had a great idea where we're going to have not just one, but 2 condiment stations. Colleen, want a spokesmodel and show them? There's our normal one over there. And then if you come this way, there's another one here. So that, again, what is all this about? Everything is about this is just allowing you to feel like you're able to space yourself out from other people in case there is a little bit of a crowd, which we don't really expect because that's part of the reason we're doing services at 9 and 11 is to lower the number of people that come at any service. But we want people to have the ability to social distance should they choose. Where'd you go? There you are.
I have my Connect card and I have my tie. What should I do with those?
The service isn't over yet. Oh.
But I'm working here.
Okay, so we'll walk in the sanctuary and we'll show you what we're going to do with our tithes and our offerings. All right, hello again. So, wow, it's so much different without the echo. So what you notice is we have tables here. We're not going to be passing the buckets because, again, you know, there's a little concern about who's passing the bucket to you. So we're not going to be passing the buckets. What we're doing is we're doing it the same way we do communion. If you think of communion, there's 4 tables, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, set up just like communion, and your buckets will be on those tables. They'll be sanitized since I touched them. And you just put your offering and your Connect card in there at the end of service.
Perfect. Are there sanitizer stations in the sanctuary?
Yes, did we show that?
Not yet.
I thought we did. Okay.
Let's go show them.
So there's a sanitizer station. Go walk over there, Colleen. He'll show you. I'm done walking. There's a sanitizer station as you enter the sanctuary right there. And then we have our normal one that you always have over on the Connection Center. So what does all this mean? I mean, there's a few things we need to understand is we're doing service at 9 and 11 to cut down on the number of people in the sanctuary. We're returning to in-person service this Sunday, June 17th, but Kid Connection is not coming back until June 14th, a week later, to give us a little bit more time to prepare. We're going to put a survey out there, see how many people are bringing kids so we can better set up the classrooms, make sure everything is sanitized and ready for all the kids over there. And so this Sunday, adults are 9 and 11, online or in person. Kid Connection is next Sunday, the 14th, only at the 9 a.m. service because we're trying to get a feel for what the need is and to make sure that we're able to keep all the kids in a safe environment.
I noticed there's no green chairs.
Green? They're blue.
Blue. Blue, green. Green,
Okay.
blue.
The other chairs. So we came into the sanctuary, and what's the first thing you notice? You notice this chairs missing.
Right.
So what we did is we took out every other row so that we could practice social distancing better. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, I want to show you the distance here. So what does that mean? It means that if you're sitting in this seat in front of us, there's nobody breathing on the back of your neck. What we're asking is for people to sit by groups. So what does that mean? So if I'm sitting here and I'm by myself and Colleen comes in with 3 of her friends, or 2 or 3 of her friends, what we're asking is you leave a couple chairs between you and the next group. And so this way you can sit with your friends, you can sit with your family that you've been already exposed to, for lack of a better word, that you've been spending time with. But what we want to do is ask you to please sit by group and to leave space between you and the next group. We feel like there's probably more than enough chairs out here, but if we need more chairs, we'll bring them out. We want to make sure that we leave that space so everyone feels comfortable. Really, it's about safety, but it's all about your comfort level. We want everybody to feel comfortable here.
So what if I don't feel comfortable returning this Sunday?
I mean, that's the big question, right? As I said, we're doing everything we can to help people feel comfortable, but if you still don't feel like I'm ready to go back to in-person service. As a matter of fact, there's a few people I've talked to that have a compromised immune system that I've told them, listen, you should stay home. If you're in an at-risk category, you shouldn't return yet. Let's wait and see a little longer. But what we wanted to do is set it up so that we have the best scenario for in-person. I've been praying, we've been talking amongst ourselves as the leadership here and praying, and we've decided it's time for us to return to in-person services. So by continuing to meet at 9 and 11, we've lowered the number of people that are here all at once. We're taking every precaution like we said. But if you don't feel comfortable, there's nothing wrong with that. That's okay. You can attend service online like we are now. So it doesn't matter if you're attending in person or you're attending online, we're one church. So I'll tell you what we're not gonna do. We're not gonna criticize one another and let division come in. And so if I choose to come to the service in person, I'm not gonna criticize those that don't and say, oh, you don't have faith, you're letting fear run you. No, they're praying and they're making the choice that's best for them and their family. The same thing goes on the other side. If you're choosing to stay home and attend service online, that's okay, but then don't criticize those that are coming in person and saying they're being foolish or whatever other criticisms, because this is a time that is unprecedented, and we understand this is a time where we need to come together and be one as a church, amen? Don't let the division we see going on in our nation creep into our church. We're in this together. I think that's the big message today, is we're in this together. So whether you decide to attend in person or online, we're all part of the House of Praise, and I'll see you this Sunday, 9 and 11, June 7th. God bless you.